Okay.
That's okay.
Well, welcome everyone. I'm delighted that there are this many people interested in visiting our new website, and our web team is all here to show you around. And if you look at your screens, you should be able to find three of us. We've put our names on there and said that we're a member of the GRAN web team. So there's me, Ruth, there's Ray Yates in Ontario, and Kathy O'Neill in Quebec. So we are the three who try to keep GRAN information flowing and up to date and in the right place. And we're really excited about our new website. Um, I don't know if everybody knows how the new website came to be. It wasn't actually in GRAN's plans to make such a big change to our website this year, but as things happen, the software that was supporting our old website was being retired, just like when Microsoft says we're not going to support Windows whatever anymore, our software platform was no longer going to be supported. So there was absolutely no choice about creating a whole new website on a whole new platform. So our new website works a little bit differently than the last one, and I'm hopeful that you will find that it's more intuitive and that things are easier to find. The information on it hasn't changed much. Everything was transferred over from our old website. It's just that it looks a little bit different and it's organized a little bit different. So the purpose of today is to sort of show you how it works and where you can find things. So some of the stuff should be familiar to you because you've been looking at it on our old website, but it's in a whole new configuration. Um, as we go along, you are more than welcome to ask questions. You can put them in the chat function if that works for you. Kathy's going to monitor that as we go along, or you can just take your mic off and just interrupt me as I go. So this is sort of a friends over for afternoon tea kind of webinar. It's not a formal one at all. We're just hanging out and getting to know our new website, which belongs to all of us. So please jump in if you have a question at any point. I'm just looking at my notes for a minute. Okay.
I just wanted to confirm, Ruth, that this is being recorded
Yes.
and it will be placed under learning events on the website. So you're going to have to find it, but you can tell the members who are not here of your group how to get in and see it. So it is
Thanks.
being
That's
recorded.
important. And the other thing I will mention is that the last time we updated our website, the web team also offered to do a familiarization tour like we're doing today for your regional GRAN group. So if you think it would be what we do today would be helpful for your local group, we could repeat this with a Zoom meeting with your local group. So if that's of interest to you later on, please remember that we can do that too. So I am going to start sharing my screen so we can go straight to our website. Here we go. And I just want to get us up there. Okay, can everybody see our homepage for our website?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So what we're going to do first, I am going to just spend some time on our homepage because this is like our front door. We don't have a physical office, but this is where the public and any members will land when they first come here. So in the design, we wanted to put our tagline, which is advocating for the human rights of older women, front and center. So I'm really pleased with how that now shows up. The minute you land here, you know who we are and what we're about. So up at the top of the website, there's lots of menu items. We are going to come back to them. To begin with, I'm just going to scroll down this page so you can see what actually is on the home page when people land here. So at the top, we have this picture and our tagline. There's also a place where someone can subscribe to get emails, or if somebody's interested in what we're doing action on at the time, they can click on our Take Action button. Okay, I'm just going to come down the page. The next item on the page is our current campaign. So when we first designed the website, the child hunger campaign was here, but because GRANs are now involved in Orange campaign activities, we've put ending violence against women in this space. So if people click on learn more, they will go to the campaign page for the Orange campaign, and there'll be resources there for them to get involved in that. So this particular part of our homepage will change as campaigns change. So in January, when we begin our WASH campaign, this space will highlight WASH rather than the Orange campaign. As you go further down the page, there's an opportunity to get to know GRAN. So there's a short sort of elevator speech about who we are, and then there's a read more. If you click on the read more, it goes to our About Us page, which we will come back to later. But again, it gets people further into the website if they want to know more about the organization. Below that, we have our news feed. So these are just stories in the news, articles, things that we think GRANs will be interested in. Sometimes these are sent to you in an email, and sometimes they're just put up on the site because we've got other emails going out and don't want to overwhelm you all with emails. So there'll be 3 news stories here on our homepage. The most recent one is actually great news about improvements in school feeding programs. So that's one just went up today, so you might want to come back and read that one. Below the news are a list of events. In BC, the GV Grants are sponsoring a film at the South African Film Festival, and that runs from November 6th to 17th. That's something else you might want to come by and take a look at. There's a book launch coming up on the 24th. Beyond that, this next one is a past learning event, so it says it's a recording, so that we will always say in the title if it's a recording rather than an upcoming one. So we only have two upcoming ones on our site. I will say while I'm here is that the web team can't necessarily know about upcoming events unless GRANs out there tell us about them. So if there's an upcoming event online, especially that anybody across the country could attend that you think GRANs would be interested in, you are very welcome to send them to me. I know I often get them sent to me from members of our watch groups, but if there's something coming up that you think GRANs would be interested in, please send them in so we can put them on our events page. Below that, on our homepage, we have posted our land acknowledgement. And at the bottom, we have an opportunity for people to subscribe to get on our mailing list. And then at the very bottom, just a little footer here that has our social media accounts. Again, our tagline, and just our privacy statement if people want to know what kind of information we collect and what we do with it. So that's the homepage. Any comments so far?
Yes. I don't see anything there that is referring to sub-Saharan Africa. I see the global south, and but I don't see, and I think it should be on the homepage that we talk about, you know, the rights of older women in sub-Saharan Africa.
Janet, that's a question for the steering committee. I know we used to have sub-Saharan Africa in our tagline, and we simplified it to advocating for the human rights of older women. We can go to our About Us page, and I can't even, let's just go there now. I'm going to go to the About Us page and see what we say there. We do talk about our passion is a deep concern for the well-being and human rights of grandmothers in sub-Saharan Africa and the children and youth in their care, as well as those of marginalized women in communities of the global South. So we have explained it in our About Us page, but it's not in our short and punchy homepage. If that's something we want to change, that would be something the steering committee would have to discuss.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, but interesting that you picked up on that. Yeah, okay. Do you want any further follow-up before I go on to the next thing?
No, you're going to look after it. It's fine.
Okay. All right, so I'm back up at the top with our menu bar. So it's pretty, I think, self-explanatory. You click on About Us, you find out more about our organization. We have a small About Us in French for those who want to read in French. We have our work, which is, we used to call this campaign. So now we've changed this to just say our work. So if I click on the our work page, hopefully it won't take too long to load here. Sorry, I don't know what's taking it so long.
Well, Ruth, can I submit, we've got a comment about, maybe you'll follow up on that later. You've just got a comment about member login. It
Yeah,
said,
that's
"Is
going to
member
be
login important?"
that's the last thing we're going to talk about
Okay,
today.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, good.
We'll cover
Okay,
that
it is on my list.
Okay.
So we're now on the Our Work page, and we've said these are GRAN priorities. So now when you scroll down our campaigns, instead of a drop-down menu, we've got each of our campaigns highlighted with a photo. So we have Ending Violence Against Women, the Child Hunger Campaign, the Right to Food Campaign, which came before that, the Health, Education, Climate Justice, Mining Justice, and a Convention on the Rights of Older Persons. So these are all our GRAN priorities that we've been working on, where we have or have had watch groups working on these issues. So that's where you'll find each of our, what we used to call campaigns. I'm going to go back to the home page, and to get back to the home page, you just have to click on our logo up at the top of wherever you are in the site. If you click on that logo at the top, it'll take you right back to our home page. So on our home page, okay, we have About Us, Our Work, News. If you click on News, you just get to a page that will be full of all recent news stories. So you can look at them. You just scroll down, and these are all the news items that we've been posting. If you want to go to events, all our events are also here. And so it looks a lot different than our old site because we've got these lovely, beautiful pictures that will highlight each of the events. And this is also where you will find recordings of past GRAN learning events. And again, it will be marked as a recording. There are just 2 on here that are upcoming, and they're the ones right at the top. Also along the menu bar, there's a contact. If you need to contact GRAN, you click on contact. This one's slowing down too. Sorry, guys. I'm going to blame my laptop for this. I'll click on it again. On the contact page, there's a mailing address for GRAN, and then there's a form to fill out a message if you need to send GRAN a message. So it's just a simple, there's not much on this page. And then we have our donate page. And again, this will say how you can send donations in, either by e-transfer, by check, send a gift donation, or donate Aeroplan miles. So those pages are simple. Donate, contact, events, news, they're all pretty self-explanatory. Up here in the top left corner, these are all little icons for all GRAN social media accounts. So this is our Facebook. If you click on that little F, it'll take you to GRAN's Facebook page. If you click on the little X, it will take you to GRAN's X account and whatever is being posted there. If you click on that little butterfly, that's our new Blue Sky account, since we've been trying to move away from X and be on Blue Sky. And the last one, this is the YouTube icon. And if you click on that, you go to GRAN's YouTube channel, which has all our GRAN videos available on it.
Wow.
So those are simple. They all connect to something. They're not just up there looking pretty. Okay, and then up here, which is being hidden by this little box, oh good, I can move that, is our member login. And that you will find on any page that we go to. I'm going to leave that to the end because that's going to be a little bit technical. I'm going to go on to our About Us page now that we've been through our home page, because I just want you to see some of the things that are here. It starts with our video advocacy GRAN style, which some people or some groups like to use to introduce people to GRANs. On the right-hand side are some resources, a list of all our friends and allies, documents like a orientation for new members, a how we work document, our GRAN framework, and our last, oh, this looks like is that the right annual report? Yes, no, that's the wrong annual report. Got to put up the current one. Again, it explains who we are. There are resources in French. If you go further down the About Us page, you'll find our current coordinating team. The video, Our Beginnings with Kathleen and Peggy. What is it called? Aging Activisms, the Our Stories, Our Voices. If you click on here, we had these on our old website. These are interviews with GRANs about how they got involved in advocacy, and they're really inspiring. If it's a great way for you to spend a GRAN meeting is listening to some of those stories. And at the bottom are our photo galleries. So I wanted to make sure you knew where to find them. This is on the About Us page. So we have photo galleries specifically for Hello Friends, the Orange Campaign photo gallery. Any other event that GRAN sent in pictures for would be in this third photo gallery. And then there's also a link to Maureen Murphy's website because she has chronicled so many GRAN events that there are a lot of GRAN photos there. Whoops. And then at the bottom of this About Us page, we also have the Order of GRAN. And again, there's a link. And if you click on it, you will go to a page that shows all the people who have been inducted into the Order of GRAN and who they are and why they were chosen. So there's quite a wealth of information here on the About Us page. It's not just necessarily for new people. There's lots of stuff there that you could use in a GRAN meeting just to encourage yourselves with stories about GRAN. Any questions or comments while we're on the About Us page?
Wonderful.
I think it's so attractive and looks so easy to use.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's
you, Beth.
amazing. It's really an amazing
Really
website.
exciting.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so now we're going to go to the member login. What we've done this time is put all resources that we think would be helpful to members on one page that's not visible to the public. So To begin with, for you to be able to access this, you actually have to register. Just because you get emails from GRAN does not mean you are registered as a member. So the very first thing you have to do, and I think I need to put it in the chat, so I'm going to see if I can, just a minute. Okay. I've just put a web address in the chat, and it's really just our website address, grandmothersadvocacy.org, but then /register. And before you'll be able to log in as a member, you actually have to take the registration step. And you will fill out your name and email, and the website sends you a confirmation email, and then you click on that and go back in and you set your name and password. So I'm going to click member login because I'm already registered. And so for me to log in, I need to add my email address. And it already knows my password, so I'm just going to say login. And now that I'm logged in, I go straight to the resources for members, and there's Diane and Phyllis's happy faces smiling at us. And what you'll find on this page are all kinds of things that should be helpful to your GRAN groups. All our GRAN logos, business cards, GRAN note cards. We have a section for recruitment and retention, which I think is meant to be built up a bit more than what's there right now. There's a webinar on building your advocacy skills. We have resources in French here. We're putting our GRAN updates here, and at the moment we've got them there for 2024 and 2025. So if you need to go back and check an update, it's sitting there in the members' resources. We have a whole bunch of guidelines and policies here. This is where we file them away. We've got some old archived documents that we don't want to disappear, things like final reports on campaigns, that kind of thing. We've started a list here for open letters that GRAN signs. We often join other organizations in signing letters to the Prime Minister, and they will be archived here. And we also have some skills building on visiting your MP, and also handouts for MPs. Our Introducing GRAN is a bilingual handout that you can take when you visit your MP, and then there are tips for what to do. We've also archived our Older Women Count documents here. And that's what's here. It's all one-stop shopping on the resources for members page. Any questions or comments about this?
Ruth, it's Sharon. I just have a question. So for example, under child hunger campaign,
Yes.
yes, the resource, like the list of resources that we compiled for that campaign, they're no longer available, right? Am I right? Or did I just?
No, we'll go to that page.
Okay, sorry.
Go to the child hunger campaign page. There should be still resources there. Here they are.
All the resources are there.
They're on the
Okay.
right-hand side.
Yep.
The
Excellent.
small sips are here. If you want to check out the small sips, they're all available. Each one now has a nice little bright.
So super.
So yes, everything's still there. So it doesn't matter. You go back to the Right to Food campaign as well. The resources are still there.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Ruth,
I
it's
just wanted to
Pat.
make a
This is,
point. Sorry.
I just wanted to say, I'm loving this. It's so amazing. It's so easy. It's going to be so easy to find things now. I love that resource page where they're all identified and you can just get almost anything you want. It's just so straightforward and user friendly. Not to mention the photos are gorgeous.
I just wanted to make a point. I
Thanks,
went
Pat.
into that resource page because I needed the logo for something I was handing out. And I went to the first logo and that's not the one you use. The first logo is for the big banner.
It's not there, Ray. I took it out.
Oh, well then, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, and when you complained about it, I took it away.
Good, because it was really confusing. I just went down to the next one. Oh, yeah, it did,
Can
Tina.
I ask, it's Mary, with the orange campaign starting, are there going to be new resources for us to use? Like,
They're already there, Mary. There
oh,
are,
they are, okay,
yeah, they're already there.
perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
In
Ruth,
fact, I'll go back and click on it just for a minute.
okay, Ruth, we also have a question.
Okay.
They, Tina wants to know if it cost a fortune for the new website.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Tell
let
the
me
story.
first. Okay, first I'm going to answer the resources.
Okay,
So Mary,
Oh,
there's
there
a
it is, right,
backgrounder. There's
got it, thanks,
FAQs on digital abuse. There's all kinds of stuff here
perfect,
that
thanks.
should help you.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm going to say yes, this did cost an arm and a leg. I think the final bill was around $16,000. But I will also tell you that they did double that amount in work. It ended up costing the Dunham Group more hours than they expected, and they did not charge us for the extra $15,000 worth of work they put into our website. So we actually ended up with a $30,000 website, but we only paid $16,000 for it. So they're on my list to nominate for the Order of GRAN the next time we are bestowing the Order of GRAN, because through the years they have been so good about consistently giving us discounts for things. And this website was the biggest whack of discount they have ever given us, and just because they believe in the work they do and want to support us as much as they can.
It's good.
Great.
Any other questions or comments?
It's Pat Evans. If we think that there's a resource that's missing, we can just put that on the message. Just message
Yes.
GRAN. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really delighted that you're thinking that this is bright and beautiful and user-friendly. But yes, if something is missing, or if you think of something that could be there, please, you can just send an email to info@grandmothersadvocacy.org, and the email will get sent to whoever it should get to, whether it's a member of the web team or.
So
Yeah.
that's preferable, Ruth, to the message that you showed us, where you fill in your contact information.
Oh, yeah, you mean the contact us?
Yeah.
That contact us will get sent to the GRAN email anyway, so whatever's easiest for you.
Okay.
Whatever's easiest for you. Sharon, I see your hand up.
Yes, and I think you just answered my question. I was just going to ask about that contact that would come through to GRAN email, which one? I noticed that there were 2 opportunities to subscribe on the homepage. I'm assuming they're identical. And you click on those.
There are opportunities to subscribe all over this website. And that's one thing that I really like about it. The website has become a recruitment tool in a way that it wasn't before. Before we did have a get involved page, but you kind of had to go find it. Now, subscribe. You just find it almost everywhere you navigate on the site. So that's just one of our recruitment tactics now, is to get people to subscribe so they start learning about us by receiving our regular emails.
So when they subscribe, that information will go through to the web team only?
Oh,
Right. Yes. Yeah. It's just,
The contact will come through to GRAN mail. Is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to be clear on that.
Yeah. Sandra.
Well, it's just that in Ottawa, because we don't use orange, it's a purple campaign. Will that be, I guess I have a question. Do we post include that? I mean, if we have a picture as they like the Heritage Building in Ottawa, it's lit in purple. And it's
It
always a
says
mid-
that in the gallery. There's
Oh,
a little,
okay.
in the gallery, it says some
Okay.
communities use purple, some use orange
Okay.
and purple, so it is mentioned, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I thought it would be.
Sandy?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment. I think the website is excellent. It will draw people in with all those beautiful photos. And also the subscribe on every page. That's something that a lot of websites are doing now because it makes it easier for new people to kind of sign in rather than having to look for where they can subscribe. So I really like that element of it.
Thanks. Thanks for that feedback. Pat?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about update. First, I'm really pleased to see it. You can access back copies. I think that's great. Is there an idea that it would be sort of 2 years and then you would archive older versions? Is that how we think we're going to approach it?
Well, that decision hasn't really been made. Like I was thinking we shouldn't have more than the last 2 years on there, but we could, yes, we would just retire them off this either into the background of the site or delete them altogether, whatever you want to have. I think the update committee should maybe make a decision about that. I will say there seems to have been some trouble with people who have been trying to log into the members side. I think possibly it's because they haven't registered first, done that registration step. So I'm hoping that that will fix things. I also got in touch with the Dunham group because even after registering and setting a password, people were getting a message that they were temporarily being locked out of the site. And that had something to do with security levels that the Dunham group needs to tweak so that actual members who should be allowed in are allowed in. So that's not your fault if that's happened, and the Dunham group knows that it's a bit of a problem. So there are still some bugs we're working out. So please be patient with us. If that happens to you, do report it to me or to the GRAN email just so we know it's still happening so we can keep an eye on it. But I'm hopeful that bug will get fixed soon. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Bouquets?
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
big time.
I'd just like to say I really like the fact that the current campaigns are on that front page. When I went in originally to find Orange the World materials, I was searching through the old materials and I totally missed that you could get into the Orange campaign right away on the front. That's great. Excuse me.
Well, I'm delighted that there's so much positive feedback, and that was my thought. And I will say also, as the web team, we're getting used to a new platform, so we're having to educate ourselves as we go. But our first impressions are that it's like driving a Ferrari after having driven a clunker for the last 5 years. Everything seems, even in the background for the web admin part, seems so much more intuitive and user-friendly than what we had been using. So we're delighted too. We're just not totally familiar with all the gears and levers yet, but we'll get there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, I think we are gonna wrap this up. It was short and sweet. Lovely to see you all on our homepage and our grand website debut. And as I said, if your groups would like to have a tour, a private tour, we'll be happy to give them one. And thanks for all these fancy party fireworks going off on the screen.
Okay.
So lovely to see you all. Have a great rest of your day and spend lots of time on our new website.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Web
much,
team.
Ruth.
Thanks, Ruth and
Fantastic.
Kathy
Thanks.
and
Bye,
Brittany.
guys.
Bye, Ruth.
Bye-bye.
Just to
Bye,
let you know,
everyone.
Ruth, I'm in Halifax right now, so I was on the same time zone.
Okay, nice.
You made
Bye,
it though,
everyone.
Sandra. Good.